Welcome to the channel of Career Plan, your free personalized career planning tool. Today, I'm going to walk you through 6 common resume mistakes that I see as a recruiter. I will also explain how to avoid them when you send out your resume. First mistake is prioritizing education over work experience. I have seen thousands of resumes in my recruiting career. One mistake I often notice is placing education above work experience on the resume. As a recruiter, I am usually more interested in your work experience than your academic achievements. Your work experience or internships give an idea of how you might perform on the job. If you put your education before your work experience, recruiters like me might overlook your experience. This could lead to ignoring your resume. Now, don't get me wrong, your education is important and should be included, especially if it is relevant to the job. But if you have significant work experience, make sure that's what recruiters see first. This makes a better first impression and shows the value you can offer. If I am looking for a software developer and see that you have the right experience, I immediately want to know about the projects you have done. Highlighting those projects can help recruiters decide whether you are right fit for the job. Second, failing to show your achievements. Another common mistake I see is listing responsibilities without achievements. Mentioning what you did isn't enough. Recruiters want to know how you made a difference and what results you have achieved. For example, instead of saying developed and maintained microservices, you could be more specific. You could say developed and maintained 6 microservices responsible for delivering market research insights to customers. If the job is for lead role, recruiters are looking for your leadership skills along with software skills. Instead of writing developed software applications for various clients, try being more detailed. You could say, led the development of a customer facing mobile app that improved user engagement by 30%. The app was downloaded over 50,000 times within the first 3 months. This kind of detail shows that you not only developed the software but also led the project. This highlights your responsibility and initiative. By including specific metrics such as 30% increase in user engagement and 50% downloads, you provide evidence of your achievements. These details illustrate the impact of your work. They give a clear sense of the value you brought to the project. Third, not including metrics. Another mistake I often see is not using numbers to support your achievements. Metrics make your achievements clear. Numbers are impactful. Numbers provide concrete evidence of your success. For example, maintained and developed features in backend systems is fine, but it is not clear. Instead, increased performance of the backend system by 10% is much more impactful. Using metrics turns your resume into a clear success story. Recruiters get attracted to such resumes. Fourth, overlooking small details. Ignoring small details can break your chances of getting noticed. As a recruiter, I can tell you that even minor errors can have a significant impact on how your resume is perceived. These small mistakes can influence how your application is taken. When I see a resume with typos, inconsistent formatting, or outdated information, it raises concerns. It makes me question how careful you are with details. These issues can make me question how you approach your work. Small mistakes like these can decide if your resume gets noticed or ignored. Typos might seem minor, but they can give the impression that you did not review your work. It's not about the mistakes, it is about your professionalism and attention to details. Recruiters might forgive one typo, but many errors can make them question if you can do accurate work. Outdated information on your resume can make recruiters doubt if you are still a good fit for the job. It can make them question your relevance. For example, listing a job from 10 years ago as your most recent experience can raise concerns. Using an old email address which is no longer in use may make recruiters wonder if you have stayed updated with the industry. Keep your resume updated with your latest experiences and contact details. This shows that you are an active and serious candidate. And let us talk about contact information. Your email address and phone number must be correct and current. A typo in your email address could lead to missed opportunities. Recruiters won't be able to contact you if they have the wrong email. It is best to use professional email address with your name. Avoid playful or personal email address as it seems unprofessional. Such addresses can make hiring managers have a negative perception of you. It is best to use a professional email address with your name. As recruiters, we try to reach the candidates couple of times. If we can't reach, that candidate is immediately rejected. Also, it is good idea to give WhatsApp phone number. If call is not connecting due to network issues, recruiters can message you. Also, if you are at office and can't pick up the call, you can communicate through the messages. Fifth, not highlighting job description specific skills. Another common issue I see is when candidates don't highlight the specific skills that matches the job description. It is not enough to list general skills on your resume. You need to tailor it to align with the exact qualifications for the JD. Recruiters check whether you have skills that the employer needs. If your resume does not reflect this, it might not make it past the initial screening. When you tailor your resume, it shows that you have taken the time to understand what the employer is looking for. It also shows that you are a strong fit for the role. I once reviewed a resume for an embedded systems engineer job that requires strong skills in embedded C. The role also needed experience with real-time operating systems, RTOS. The candidate's resume only said proficient in C programming, but did not mention his experience with embedded C or RTOS. It was not clear and I almost rejected it. However, I connected the candidate and asked about his experience. He then resubmitted his resume with clear details. He described how he used embedded C to develop firmware for microcontrollers in a safety critical automotive project. Additionally, he highlighted how he implemented an RTOS to manage tasks in real time. By customizing his resume, he stood out. I immediately scheduled an interview for him and he got the job. Sixth, using a generic resume for every application. Finally, sending the same resume to every job is a missed opportunity. Each job is unique and your resume should reflect that. I have seen many candidates who use a generic resume for all their applications. It often leads to missed chances. Customizing your resume for each position you apply for is very important. Show that you have taken the time to understand the employer's needs. Emphasize the skills, experience, and accomplishments relevant to the specific job description. This approach demonstrates that you are attentive and committed. It also signals that you are interested in the role. I once received two resumes for a software engineering job. The role required strong Python skills and cloud experience. One candidate sent a generic resume that mentioned only general programming skills. It did not highlight Python or cloud experience. The other candidate tailored his resume to the job. He highlighted his work with Python to build scalable applications. He also described a project where he used AWS to optimize cloud storage, reducing cost by 20%. This tailored resume stood out right away and led to an interview. By avoiding these common resume mistakes, you can stand out among the pool of resumes. Show relevant experience, highlight your achievements with clear numbers. Additionally, focus on skills needed for the job. Paying attention to these details can strengthen your resume. This will increase your chances of getting the job. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more career tips.